Hello, everybody. I've got some helpers here today. Can you see who's here?
Hi. It's Gemma and Parker. You know.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's Gemma and Parker are here with us. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to say hi to everybody. And especially Lily
Levi.
and Levi. And guess whose birthday it is?
Levi's.
Should we say happy birthday to you? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Levi. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Well, also, look at my mustache. Does it look sort of funny? I think it looks sort of funny. Sarah encouraged me to wear this in my Marco Polo story, so I hope it sticks on long enough to get through the story. But I'm having my birthday too, and it's tomorrow, but we celebrated some of it yesterday, and Sarah thought it might be fun if I wear Happy Birthday Mustache. Woo! Anyway, we love you all, and let's see, Lucy's here somewhere. And then we also have the Johnstons. Can they see you? We also have the Johnstons, where there's Isaac and Elise and Caleb and Laura and Janae. Okay, so I'll go ahead and start the story. It's a funny story I read to the Gale kids, and they liked it. And it's called Katy No Pocket. Do you see the kangaroo? And the mommy has no pocket. So this is a little bit longer story, but they enjoyed it, so we'll enjoy it too. Uh-oh, there is Katy with her little kangaroo. And look at all the other mommies. And it says, big tears rolled down Katy Kangaroo's brown face. Poor Katy was crying because she didn't have a pocket like the other mothers. Katy didn't have a pocket. Do you see all the others? Do you see all the other mommies have pockets for their little babies? She doesn't have a pocket. Freddie, that's her baby. Freddie and Katy. Freddie was Katy Kangaroo's little boy, and he needed a pocket to ride in. All grown-up kangaroos take awfully big steps, and they hop. And little kangaroos like Freddie, they get left far behind unless they're riding safely with their mommies. And poor Katy didn't have a pocket at all. So there was a problem. Freddie, right there is Freddie, couldn't ride on his mom's body without a pocket, and he would fall off. And so there was a real problem. Look at that. They're going somewhere. Let's see what they do. Katy Kangaroo cried just thinking about it, and Freddie cried too. So they're both really sad. Then all of a sudden, Katy had a wonderful idea. It was so wonderful, she jumped 6 feet up in the air. The idea was this. Other animal mommies had children, and they didn't have any pockets. So let's go ask them how they take care of their babies when they don't have any pockets. Freddie looked all around to see whom to ask, and Katy looked all around to see too. And when they both saw were 2 bubbles coming up. So they went over to the lake. Do you see the bubbles coming up? Well, guess what? There was an alligator there, a crocodile. And they said, Mrs. Crocodile, we don't have a pocket. How do you take care of your little baby? And a lot of big muddy bubbles came up through the water, and they were wanting to know. Uh-oh, there came the crocodile that came up, and the crocodile said, well, I just carry my little baby on my back. Why don't you just carry your little Freddie on your back? It's so simple. And all of a sudden, Katy got so excited and Freddie got so excited, and they said, why, of course. Let's just carry you on my back. This will be so easy. And they were so surprised they hadn't thought about it before. So they're going to do what crocodiles do. Just carry little Freddie on Katy's back. Let's see how that works. Up. Look what they did. Do you see Freddie trying to get onto Katy's back? And holding on. Uh-oh. And then they took off. And look what happened. Freddie got left behind. Sweetie, why don't you sit over there so you can see better? Katy was pleased and she thought, thank you, crocodile. But then when they went to run and carry and go fast, Freddie ended up falling all over the ground because he couldn't hold on to his fast mommy. His mommy was so fast. And so they were all of a sudden sad, and they'd been so happy. And they were so excited because they were thinking, Freddie could just be on Katy's back. And look how happy they were until she took off and he fell. So they thought, oh, what the crocodile did works for them, but it doesn't work for us. Katy and Freddie sat down again and they thought, I know, I'll ask Mrs. Monkey. I'm sure she can help me. So they went and they found the monkeys. And they asked Mrs. Monkey, how does she hold her babies and take care of them? And do you see the monkey? Look at their tail. Look how their tail can hold them onto a tree. And look, they're holding. And they said, oh dear. They had such a high expectation that they'd be able to hold the baby just like the monkeys do. But then Katy said, my arms are so little, I can't hold Freddie. I can't do that. And kangaroos have very little front arms. And she said,
like a T-Rex.
Yeah, and I can't do what you want me to do. So then they kept thinking, who else can we talk to? And so they went to some lions. Do you see the lions? And they wanted to say, how does the mommy and daddy lion do? And you know what? The lion said, well, they just follow us. And Katy thought, I go too fast. I go too fast and Freddie can't keep up. And all the other mommies have pockets so their little babies can stay right with them and be safe. And so it just didn't work out for being like a lion. So they've asked a crocodile, and they asked a monkey, and then they asked some lions, and they got different ideas on how it was going to work, and none of them worked. Guess what they decided to do next? Can you move over, sweetie? So they checked the birds, and they said, birds, how do you take care of your little babies? And the mommy bird said, well, that's real easy. When they get old enough, I just push them out of the nest, and they fall, and they learn to fly. Every one of them just starts to fly on their own, but at first I just kick them out of the nest. And so poor Katy and Freddie were thinking, we're not just going to throw Freddie out. That doesn't work for us. So now they checked with a crocodile. They checked with, what else?
Monkey.
A monkey. And what else did they check with? lions, and then birds. Why don't you tell them? Come so they can see you.
They checked birds too.
Yeah, they did. They did the crocodile,
Yeah.
and then they did the monkey,
Yeah.
and then they did the lions,
Yeah.
and then they did the bird.
Birds. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And none of those would help them work because what they were doing was not going to be the same. Then they realized, Katy said, you know what? We need to check with an owl. An owl is supposed to be one of the smartest animals, and they're supposed to know everything. So they found where an owl was sleeping. The problem is owls sleep during the day and they're up at night. So when they found the owl was asleep, and it was during the day. Do you see the owl in a tree? And it's the middle of the day, but the owl is asleep. So they knocked on the tree, and the owl woke up. And he was like, what is so important? And Katy said, do you see Katy down here? She said, I've got a problem. I don't know how to carry my baby. I don't have a pocket. Oh. So then she said, the owl said, you just need to get a pocket. And Katy thought, I need to get a pocket? That's what I'm trying to do. And then Katy said, where can I find a pocket? And the wise old owl said, you'll have to go to the city. And when you go to the city, you'll find a pocket there. Okay, so Katy said, let's go to the city. And there is Katy, and there is Freddie jumping as fast as he can, trying to keep up. But they're leaving their town with all their friends, and they're heading to the city. And Katy's hoping, she didn't know where, but she's hoping she'll find some kind of pocket that she could use. So then they get to the city, and look at all the people in the city. And do you see Katy? Do you see Katy?
Look.
Oh yeah. Look at Katy and Freddie, and look at all the people. And she's noticing a lot of them are carrying things. There's a lady carrying her baby in a stroller. Maybe they should get a stroller. Oh, this guy has an apron with pockets and also a thing like a lunchbox. Maybe they could carry him in a lunchbox. And then they looked, and it's like, oh, there's a lady with a purse. Do you see this lady right there? Look at that purse.
I think it's because of the hand. Everybody has a hand.
Well, maybe, but kangaroos have to think about what they need to do too. And so they were looking and looking in the city, and guess what they decided to do? They found this man, and look what he's wearing. He's wearing an apron, and he's a builder. And he keeps his hammers and his screwdrivers and his pliers and his measuring tape. He keeps lots of stuff in his apron. And then that is his lunchbox, where he keeps his lunch for the day. And Katy was like, where did you get that? Where did you get that magic apron? And he said, you know what? I think I need a new apron. You can have mine. And so he ended up dumping out all his tools and emptying his apron. And look at all the things that fell out. There's a drill, a hammer, there's nails, there's pliers, there's a saw, there's a measuring tape, a screwdriver. Look at all the things that came out of his apron. Then he tied the apron onto Katy. And look at Freddie. Is Freddie happy? And the man looks happy too. And look at all the people in the town. They're all looking around thinking this is so fun. Everybody's smiling. Even the man that gave Katy his apron. He is smiling. And Katy now has an apron. Uh-oh, guess what she did? She put Freddie in one of those pockets, and then she took off. Look how fast she can run. Look how fast she can run. And she was running, and look at that fast train, and she went right past the train. She was going so fast. She was going faster than a train. And does Katy look happy? And does Freddie look happy? They look super happy. Can you put on a super... Come here, kids. Let me see your super happy face. Super happy face. Show me how happy Katy is. And Freddie. Yes, good job, good job. Thank you. Yeah, that's hard. And so then when they got back, guess what? All the little children animals, like little monkeys and frogs, and do you see the turtle and a rabbit, even a skunk, and there's a snail? Everybody wanted to have a ride in Katy's new pockets. Look at that. And so Katy, all of a sudden, is like she's the best mom ever. And look at what she did. Can you see all the animals in her pockets? And there is even Freddie, and everybody's so happy. But look at Freddie right in the middle. And there's so many pockets. Hey, Gemma, can you count how many pockets there are?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 pockets. And they have 2 in one of the pockets, so there's 14 animals. And Katy was so happy, and everybody thought she was the funnest mom around because she could give 14 animals a ride at the same time. So that's the story about Katy. And there is the end with the owl. The wise old owl told him to go to the city and maybe they could find some kind of pocket she could wear. So the wise old owl was so helpful. Well, I hope you enjoyed this fun story about Katy No Pockets. That was fun story. And remember, I love you all so much. And Parker and
Bye.
Gemma, can you come here?
And happy birthday, Levi. Bye.
We love you all.
Bye. And look, a balloon.
Oh, you did a balloon. Oh, she did her own balloon. Maybe I can try one. There's a balloon. Is that a balloon? Happy birthday balloon. You guys are smart. Look at that.
Wait, there's something I want to tell you.
Uh-oh, it sounds like Parker's got something he wants to tell you. Oh, my. Well, there's one thing I want to tell you, and that's... Uh-oh. Oh, it's a Happy Valentine balloon. Look at that. It says, I love you.
I
Love you. Oh, and
It's
Gemma brought some. Happy birthday to Levi and happy Valentine's, everybody. We love you.
We love you.
Remember,
Love you.
bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed the story, and happy birthday, Mr. Levi. Bye-bye.
Love you.
We see you.